I tell people this is not about how much money you make. It's about how you manage that money. Period. Right? It's not about how much money you make. It's about how you manage that money. So you're giving it here, giving it there, spending it everywhere. That ain't going to help you reach your goals. It's not. All right?
To some, boundaries are just placing limits. To me, it's where the limitless things begin.
Hello, 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 and thank you for tuning into the Boundaries and More podcast with Jess Abraham. I am your host, Jess Abraham, and today's episode is brought to you by Joyful Styles. Joyful Styles is a lifestyle brand that provides premium quality apparel that promotes joy and positivity. Joyful Styles believes how we approach a situation matters, and choosing to be joyful makes all the difference. You have the power and it's time to embrace it. So get your Joyful Styles apparel at joyfulstyles.com. That's JOYFULSTYLEZ.com. Let's go, let's go. Also, if you have not yet taken the boundaries quiz, take some time out today to take that boundaries quiz. You can find that link for the quiz in the show notes, or you can text me and I got you. I'll send it right over to you. Text me boundaries at 210-801-9153. Again, you can text me the word boundaries at 210-801-9153, and I got you. I'll send that quiz right over. All right. All right. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. This is something that I typically think about, I talk about, I've mentioned in different episodes, just briefly. And today I just want to dive a little bit more into it. And potentially another episode, I'll get into it, talk more about it with my CPA and just other people in the financial space. But I want to do just dealing with the individual side of things today and just talk a little bit about financial boundaries. Okay, financial boundaries. This one, okay, get one of my favorites. Look, me, let me tell y'all, I really, really don't mind, and I even enjoy at times to tell people no. Like I do. Sometimes I don't even waste time to even say no. I kind of just let it be. Sometimes silence it works as well, right? Typically in those situations, what that looks like is a repeat offender, right? Reaching out, oh Jazz, can I borrow this? Oh Jazz, let me borrow the X amount of money till Friday or till next week or whatever. I'm just like, crickets. Like before, I used to just say no, no, all that stuff. But now I just don't even entertain it, don't even take back, because again, repeat offenders more than likely, right, not gonna be the one sending me that money back or whatever. And truth be told, I have this like rule: if I do let someone borrow money, in my mind, I'm kind of just chalking it up to like, all right, this is this, in my mind, again, a gift. If they say they're gonna pay back, I give them the chance to see if they're gonna pay back and whatnot. But in my mind, it's like, you know what, at the end of the day, right, it'll be just a gift or whatever, because more than likely, if I'm letting someone borrow money or anything like that, I'm in a good place to definitely be able to do that. It's not going to cause me harm or be detrimental to me, my wife, or things that we have going on in our lives. It's kind of like spare, money we can spare to bless someone else and help them in their situations, right? So that leads me right into the first thing that I want to get into today with that is make sure that you are actually in a place where you can do this, right? Like throughout the years, I've worked with clients and I've just noticed, right? People tend to, you know, particularly before they start to work with me, just observing things and learning more about them. And then we get deeper into certain situations and things that they have going on. I kind of notice a pattern, right? Like most of them, if they're in certain situations and they got to a point like, hey, now they got a coach for me to help them through different things. Some of this, and when it comes to the financial side of things, they've put themselves in a bind because they've been helping everyone else. Look, yes, it is important to bless people, but please, please be selective in the way and when you bless people, right? We're not just out here going to work, having these businesses, doing all these different things, making money, right? Whatever it is that we're doing to bring in our income, we're not out here to do that just to go bless other people, right? And truthfully, I know it sounds nice when we say, oh, I'm gonna bless somebody. Truthfully, yeah, we're not, some of these people, we're not helping them or blessing them. We're actually enabling them, right? So we're not doing that no more. Look, we're going into a new year, 2024. We're not doing that no more, okay? Like, yeah, I need to start a movement with that. But in 2024, we're not doing that no more. Be mindful, again, of these repeat offenders, right? Making sure that you're not out here giving your last, your very, very last to help someone else who definitely would not, would not help you if you was in that situation, right? And you know that, again, repeat offenders, they're going to keep coming back to you, because you're going to say yes and yes and yes, no matter what the situation is, right? We're not doing that no more in 2024. Let's stop that right now, okay? Practical ways for you to do that, because I know if you're someone who's listening to this podcast, more than likely you have goals, dreams, aspirations, and you're looking to get to somewhere, a next level in your life, right? You're looking to get to that next level. And that's what you're here to do. I'm providing every single episode practical tips. And if implemented, I guarantee you, if implemented, it will take you to another level in your life. Right. So with that being said, like I know you're that type. So you have goals, dreams, and more than likely you're working towards something. And some of these things require a financial commitment, right? So the next time when someone is reaching out to you or asking you for different things, then, okay, let's keep it like this. When they're reaching out to you and asking you for your money, right? You take that time, you just say no. And if you like, look at it like this. I know some of you like think no is a bad word. It's not. I promise you it's not. You get there. I know there'll be a day that you get there, but we're going to go in strides, right? Baby steps, giant steps, leaps, whatever. Whatever your pace is, right? We're going to take it step by step. But look, let me tell you, because you're that person, again, working on these things, with these financial commitments and these financial goals that you have, it is important for you to commit to yourself, right? I need you to commit to yourself that this is what we're doing, right? So, for example, right, I want to put this out here. I'll say it like this: set clear goals for yourself, financially and whatnot, and work towards those goals diligently, right? Set those clear goals and work towards those goals. So, for example, you're looking to go on a nice vacation soon, right? And you know that vacation requires X amount of dollars, okay? You're saving for that particular vacation. So when things come up that are not in alignment with you saving up to go on that vacation, it becomes a lot easier for you to say no to that thing because your focus now becomes of the yes for the vacation, right? Switching that mindset. It's not like, oh, I can't go out today. I'm not doing this today. Oh, woe is me. No, we're not focusing on that and doing those things. We're like, nope, not to that because I'm going on this vacation, baby. Like when this vacation comes, I'm gonna make sure I'm dropping that bread, having the best time, having the best experience. So that's what I'm focused on, right? You see that shift? That's what we're doing. We're focusing on whatever our dreams, goals, and desires are so that it becomes a lot easier for you to just straight up say no to other things, right? So I noticed I kind of like I want to backtrack just a little bit because I want to make this clear. In order for you to really truly set and enforce and maintain financial boundaries with others. I know I talk about that a lot because I see it a lot. I coach people through that stuff. I've helped people really, let's adjust that, right? And just people in my life, right, have came to me, and it's different now these days, particularly, but before, like I've seen it, just even random people I didn't even know. But anyway, that's another story, right? But before you can set these financial boundaries with other people, it's important to set these financial boundaries with yourself, right? You must set it with yourself. And if you're someone that's in a relationship, you're dating someone, or you're married, or you have children, whatever, please make sure that your loved ones know what you're working towards and what you're doing so they understand, right? Because people, let's just be real, right? People don't necessarily care about your goals, your dreams, your desires. But when you break it down in a way to show how it benefits them too, oh, they'll start being like on top of things, helping you out even to reach those goals. Like I remember, I love when these like random examples kind of like drop in my spirit, like things I haven't thought about in a while. But I remember when I was telling my wife certain things, like, no, babe, we don't need to spend this money here, do that, do this, do that, because we're saving to grow our real estate portfolio, right? That's what we're doing. We're saving to grow our real estate portfolio. My wife got on board just because I paint the picture for her and what it's going to do for us and how it'll free us up in so many different ways. So I painted the picture for her. She started to see the vision, and she knows something that I'm really, truly passionate about too. So she started being on board and started like, yeah, let's do this. We're going to even create this saving. We're going to put this money here, do this type of things, right? And been saving towards to be able to put money towards the real estate portfolio, doing things like that, right? Before though, she wasn't necessarily on board. And then all in full transparency as well, there was a time in there when like she decided, because truthfully she decided for the most part, like I analyzed some things and went along with it. But there was a part in there that she was on board, and then she got kind of fed up because when we first moved out here to Texas, we was renting a house, and my wife, she got fed up. Then really, she wasn't feeling the property management people or the people who owned the house really anymore. Just the type of the things that they were trying to do. And in full agreement, I'm just like, yeah, okay, I see. But so she decided, like, you know what? We're gonna take some of this money and go ahead right now. Like, we're gonna put a pause on that real estate portfolio plan, the ones that's gonna really make us the income, and we're gonna take some of this money and go ahead and put it down on our house. Like, we're gonna get our house, we're gonna buy a house now and be investing in ourselves and paying down our own mortgage and all that stuff. So there was a transition period where we decided, okay, that's what we're going to do instead, right? Just make a little quick shift and pivot. But again, we had these financial boundaries about what we were going to do and how we was going to do it, putting it out there, right? So bought our house, and then once everything was settled financially with the house, okay, now we're back on the path to continue to save money and do different things, put X amount away and for our investments and things of that sort, right? Important stuff to us. But we really needed to create these boundaries because I promise you, right? Like, really not, I know, I love my boo. Not trying to throw my baby under the bus, but if I let her, she'd spend all our money doing all the things. And nah, I'm not going to have it. Like, I'm down with it. I'm with, these memories, these experiences, these different things, but I'm also with putting us in a better position, right? I see the long-term vision, the long-term picture. I'm really with putting us in a better position so that we can do all these things that she want to do times 10, 20, 100, right? Like, that's what it's about. So putting the financial boundaries in place. Uh, Another example, I wanted to get into because the holidays are coming, right? We here in December 2024 is right around the corner. Holidays is coming up. My wife and I, we was just like debating really what we were going to do for the holidays. Right, it was between stay home, maybe go visit my parents, to hang out and do some stuff, like celebrate with them because certain things are happening this month, and also, or either like go to an all inclusive, go on a cruise, different things. We had these different options. And I told her, okay, we can do these things, but truth be told, tell the truth, shame the devil. Truth be told, I asked my wife early in the year what these holiday plans look like. Keep being on the fence, didn't have really no whatever. So it started looking like the plan was going to be us just staying at home. And I was cool with that, right? More than fine with that because I know the end goal, whatever. And I love being at home. I tell people, like, home got all the things I need. Like, I'm good. I don't need to be all up and through everywhere else. Home, I love home, right? It's good. But when we didn't decide, because I kept seeing certain things and she kept talking about certain trips and whatever, I'm like, okay, babe. So kind of giving to that, like, all right, we go on this trip. This is X amount of whatever trip we do, we're going to decide to do. This is the amount of money I want to go toward this trip. We're not going over this particular amount to go on this trip, right? If we need to go on this, if we go over this particular amount, then we need to do some reworking, some trips, some stuff. Maybe decide to do something else because this is the amount that's allocated for this particular trip, right? Financial boundaries. Financial boundaries, because again, keeping that big picture in mind. I'm not denying a beautiful holiday experience, whatever it is that we want to do, right? Whatever it is, particularly too, that my wife wants to do, not denying it, whatever. But long as it fits in these parameters, especially at this last minute situation thing, like long as it fits here, then we good. Right. So now we made a decision. Just recently booked like this one. I swear, man, we be doing some spontaneous stuff. But I thank God we're so very blessed that we're even able to just get up and go when we feel like it, or switch up plans or do different things and just rework things in a certain way that we're able and really truly blessed in that way to be able to make these type of decisions and get some of these last minute flights and stuff like that, right? But you know what? With that said, I kind of want to insert this here. There were financial boundaries put in place before we got here, right? It wasn't always like this, but personally, right? But even before I even met my wife, before we got married, before all these different things, personally, I just thank God, man, this has always been the way I kind of like operated, regardless of what it was, right? Regardless of what it was, I know that I needed this plan, right? And I didn't care how much money I was making, X amount of money went to savings, right? X percentage, I really should say X percentage went to the savings and things of that sort, because at the end of the day, I knew I needed a plan. Like me, I'm never the type, like, I personally don't like the account to go under a certain amount. I know what needs to, go here. Cause I'm like, bruh, I refuse personally. Okay. It's all personal. And this is personal for you too. I refuse personally to be in a situation where I'm not able, like, bruh, I don't know where the next whatever coming from. Like, personally. So, since from a very young age, I've been in the business of preparing myself a certain way, right? Because I know the type of lifestyle I want to live. I know the type of things I like to do. I know and what's important to me, right? So I want to kind of insert that because, like, again, we got here because of financial boundaries and putting decisions in place. I remember just, many moons ago, right? I helped someone. I was telling them, like, man, like, well, couple things here, couple things. Okay. So I was like, yo, regardless, like, wherever you are, like, whatever your money could, they seem like they couldn't just, man, check the check type situation, whatever it is. But it's like, I tell people, it's not about how much money you make. It's about how you manage that money, period. Right? It's not about how much money you make. It's about how you manage that money. So you're giving it here, giving it there, spending it everywhere. That ain't going to help you reach your goals. It's not. All right. So started with that person. I'm like, look, whatever it is you making, make it a non-negotiable that you put $25 just in saving. Just start there, $25, right? Some of you might be in that situation right now. Make $25 non-negotiable. That $25 a month is non-negotiable. I'm putting that away. This is a boundary. Whatever happened, this $25 is not getting spent. Better yet, have it automatically taken out of your check because some of you don't need to see it. And it'll be like kind of like out of sight, out of mind. It'll happen automatically. And this is what this person did, particularly. So, because I'm just like, bruh. And as the years went on, they started to increase the amount and things of that sort. But I'm just like, man, you got to have something, right? Things happen in life. It is not okay. It is not okay. You are a grown adult and you don't have some type of funds in the bank, right? That looks differently for every single person, but I'm gonna challenge you. Like, I just, bruh, do whatever you must do legally, right? Of course, you're here is legal, right? Do whatever you need to do legally to make sure at a minimum, at a bare minimum, that you have $1,000 saved in the bank, just at all times, right? At a bare minimum, do whatever is required, like how long it's going to take you. You're saving that $25 a month, get there, right? Whatever it's take, get to 1,000, right? That's going to be like moving on that, get to 1,000. If you're someone that you don't have $1,000 to your name right now in your savings, right? Get there. Put financial boundaries in place so that no people ain't calling you. The people that's calling asking for that 25, can I borrow $25 till Friday? No. That's your savings money, right? That's your 25 that you're gonna start saving every single month. Put it there. If you can't do 25 right now, do 10. Whatever that looks like. Look, put something away and put it out of sight, out of mind, so that you're actually making sure you put things in place so that you can get there. Bare minimum, get to 1,000. Bare minimum. I'm telling you, man, even that little thing or just change your life. Like, just start there. I know personally back when, I don't even know how long ago that was or when it was, that's where I started. Right? I told y'all when I'm on this podcast, I'm not coming here teaching theory stuff or just stuff I made up. It is stuff that I've personally done and or things I've personally helped people with throughout the years. I'm not new to this. I'm true to this, right? As the saying goes, it's true. right? So needed to insert that there. Kind of got off track a little bit, but I'm gonna get back on it here. Like, it's important. Make sure you got bare minimum at all times, $1,000 to your name and your savings. Okay, bare minimum. We do some other success and wealth strategies at another time. This ain't the podcast episode for that. We get into some of that other stuff at a later date. But one of the things as I get ready to wrap up and get out of here, I really do pray that this message, the person who needs it gets it. Like, get that, right? Put these boundaries, financial boundaries in place with yourself. So set clear goals and work towards those things, right? When it comes to the people who are asking you constantly, just repeat offenders, they know they're not going to pay you back and all these different things. Like, look, nope. If you feel some type of way about saying no to them, because you feel like, oh, but I really need to help them, they're really struggling and things like that. So yeah, maybe, but a lot of times, most of the time, right, money doesn't solve money problems, right? They got to this place for different reasons, and there's some things behind that, and if you keep enabling them, they're not gonna get through that and figure these things out, right? Because regardless, truth be told, if you give it to them or not, they're gonna just get it from somebody else. So just let them get it from somebody else in this case, right? You save towards your goals, your dreams, your desires, right? You're saving towards a down payment for something. You're saving towards travel. You're saving towards whatever that looks like for you. Put that thing to the side and be on track, right? Put these boundaries in place for that. Also, be sure, I really wanted to put this quote out there. I meant to say it earlier in the episode, but I'm saying it now because it's still very, very important. It's a quote heard many, many moons ago. Don't really know this originator. I think I do, but I'm not even going to say it just because, just in case it's not or whatever. But, right, quote goes, the best way that you can help the poor is by not becoming one of them, right? And poor is very relative, okay, y'all? Right? For some people, that may sound a little harsh. It's not, but it's very relative, right? That can be financially poor, mentally poor, all these different things, because there's so many different ways to be poor character, right? All these things. The best way to help is to not become one of them. All right. So make sure that you're putting these boundaries in place to get yourself in a position where you can help more people, right? I know you have a heart to help as many people as you can, right? Your life's mission. You want to help so many people, but I'm telling you, the way you're going about it right now is not necessarily helping them. It's enabling, right? So let's get you to a point where you're more on the helping people side versus the enabling people side. And then, making this go from there. Okay. All right. So some of you, right, you heard some of these things in this episode and you're like, yeah, Jazz, I hear you. But how do I really put these things in place? I'm telling you, I told you what to do. Set these clear goals and work towards it. I given you the practical tip. Hey, start saving X amount of dollars at bare minimum at all times. Have bare minimum $1,000 in your bank account. Just start there if you're someone in that position. For you, scale it to wherever you are currently financially, right? Things of that sort. All right, giving you these tips. But there's some of you you really want that hand holding and you want to go deeper and you really want some serious assistance with this. I got you. Take the time out though to apply to work with me. It is very necessary. Apply to work with me. 2 ways in which you can get there to do that. First, you can go to jazzabraham.com/apply. Again, that's jazzabraham.com/apply. JASABRAHAM.com/APPLY. Or Told you, I made it very easy for you all. Made it very, very easy for you all. Just text me. I'll get the message. Check that out. Make sure I get that stuff over to you. Text me the word apply to 210-801-9153. I got you. I'll send you the link to maybe so you can get in there and apply. There's an application process. I'll review the application and we go from there. Okay. Take some time out today to apply it. Again, you can text me or you can go to the website, but either way, go apply. If you're someone that really wants that personal hand holding, like let's work through this step by step together, I got you. Let's do that. All right. Also, y'all, take some time today to follow us on Instagram at Boundaries and More Podcast. Again, that's on Instagram at Boundaries and More Podcast. I will be releasing a lot more things there soon. So get in now, follow us on Instagram again at Boundaries and More Podcast. And that's what I got for you today. I know for sure there'll be a part 2 to this. Again, different ways, and we'll see what that looks like. Me not going. Yeah, again, I'll just leave it there. There will be at a point in time a part 2 to this. But just the person who needs this, look, here you are. You're listening. I know you got it. And I'm grateful for you. I'm grateful that this message was dropped in my spirit for you. It's yours now. It's yours to do something with it. And I believe you will. All right. So, all right, y'all. Be sure to go out and have an amazingly beautiful day, week, and really, truly enjoy the rest of your month. Although, but I said it like as if we're not going to be back here next week. But I want y'all to know. Also, again, go out and have an amazingly beautiful day, week, and be back here next week for more Boundaries and More with Jas Abraham. Talk to y'all then.